Hey, it is Meta Monday, everyone! And not just any Meta Monday, because today is the season finale of our 8th and final season of Masters of the Metaverse. I'm your host and GM, James Durham. Joining me at the virtual table, I have Christian Doyle, Helen Roundhill, Andy Dobrowski, and Luke Amundsen. And while this might be the last official episode of Masters of the Metaverse, don't despair, because coming soon we'll be launching The Reliables, our brand new spin-off series based in the Masters of the Metaverse universe, where you can experience more meta madness with an all-new cast of characters and the occasional guest star from the Masters of the Metaverse series. Oh, and hey, next Monday, don't forget, stop by at this same time and catch some appearances from just about every Masters of the Metaverse cast member when we say goodbye to this incredible series and give you, our audience, the opportunity to ask questions from the cast and creators and hear everyone's opinions, good and bad, about all the lovely seasons and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of Masters of the Metaverse. So what exactly is Masters of the Metaverse? Well, I would hope that you would know if you are watching, the last episode we're going to do. But just in case you don't know, it's, only the most interactive live stream RPG on the planet. That's right. You, our audience, can interact live with our cast. You can alter the story. You can add things to it. You can give them buffs. You control them. You can make it your own. And just check out our store right now to see how you can do that. Everything from meta surges to hack attacks to rules of cool and character buffs. And believe me, they're going to need your help today. In addition to our store, we have our weekly supporter polls. And I've got this week's results. Do you want to hear them? Do you want to know how you did? Do you want to know if they like you?
Do they like me, James? Do they like me?
Well, Helen, for you personally, they like you enough that you get plus 40 health and a plus 6 bonus to a roll for today's episode.
What are
they
you
like
fools
you
thinking?
quite a bit, yeah. For Luke, you get plus 30 health and plus 4 to a roll.
Thank you, thank you.
For Christian, you get plus 40 health and plus 8 to a roll. And Andy, wow, Andy gets plus 40 health and plus 8 to a roll and plus 4 to a roll because they really, really, really like Andy. And I get plus 30 and plus 4 to a roll. So, I didn't get exact last. I just tied for last this time, so I don't feel so bad. Sorry, Luke.
No, I'm just happy that I finally got a bonus that didn't come from 0 votes.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Speaking of supporters, I've got some special supporters that I'd like to thank. Hamish's Drek and Plunder. Thank you. Jeff Parrish.
Thank you.
Thank you. Brad Gabriel. Thank you. And Marcus Johansson. Thank you.
Thanks all.
And I think we had an early tip into the store. So if you want to play that for us now, Mark, let's see what somebody had to say. Maybe. That's okay. That's all right. I'm sure that it will get worked out. So here we are, the final episode of the season, chasing down Gabriel as he attempts to alter timelines, allegedly to save hundreds of millions of lives, most prominent among those, his wife and daughter. So far, at every turn, our heroes have prevented him from altering these timelines or put them back on course, from the Weird West to Sentinel City to the space princesses of Galaxy Force 5. Our heroes have stopped every plot, and now they are closing in on their adversary. With most of the team out hunting down Gabriel, Crash is assembling a final team. Ready to head to the metaverse. Oh, there it is. I think there it is.
I wish I could watch live. I love this show. Hashtag clarity.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see, where was I? And now closing in on their adversary. With most of the team out hunting down Gabriel and closing in, Crash has assembled his final team, ready to head out into the Metaverse at a moment's notice to thwart any schemes Gabriel may try in his final desperate hour. But he also has another motivation for bringing together Andy James, Wyatt Maxwell, and hopefully Brony Robbins, which brings us to where our story begins today. Wyatt, Andy, and Crash have tracked Brony down to a monastery in Tibet. The arrival of the VTOL aircraft did not go unnoticed by the residents, particularly Brony, who stands impassively before them as they disembark. The last 3 years spent at the monastery have helped Brony reach a sense of inner peace and acceptance, a place where he no longer feels so completely compelled to be better than everyone else, or a need to prove himself to anyone. A state of self-awareness and enlightenment that he is certain will be tested by the arrival of his former comrades. Not that their visit is entirely unwelcome. I mean, as far as Brony knew when he parted ways with the other heroes 3 years ago, Crash, Andy, and Wyatt had not returned from their rescue mission, though it had clearly succeeded. And while the others had scrambled to find them, Brony took it as a sign and left the heroics, the heartbreak, and the destruction behind, hoping for a simpler kind of life. Part of him is very pleased to see his missing old friends, but part of him also knows that this is no social call and wonders what exactly they want from him this time.
Hey.
Oh, hi.
Hashtag team up. Have to help for the last show.
Thank you.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Brony.
Hi, what are necks like yours doing in woods like mine? Tibet has woods, right?
Yeah, we
Yes.
saw some when we flew over.
Not officially from like the Chinese side of things, but we'll assume that Tibet has woods.
So, we're here to see you
Well, here I am.
and not one of the other monks.
Oh. Well,
We're alive.
I
right, guys?
see that, and that is a good thing. That is a great thing. I'm very glad to see you alive.
Perhaps it's a surprising thing.
It's a very surprising thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I figured you did what you set out to do. I'm sad I couldn't be part of it, but why don't you come on in out of the, I'm assuming, cold?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've never
it's
been to Tibet.
That makes sense.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sure there's like a lower Tibet that's warmer. I mean, South Central Tibet. I don't know. Come on in. Let's have some tea.
It gets downright spicy there.
Yeah.
There are mountains, though. Super
Yes.
tall mountains.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it.
This monastery is not on one, which is very odd. But come on in.
So you're a monk now? That's exciting.
Oh, it's not by definition, but it's a peaceful life. I'm finding my inner peace and finding my center and finding other things that kind of mean just the middle of me. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, is your core also being strengthened?
Oh yeah. That's
'Cause that also means the middle of you.
yes.
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 You look good in orange.
I
It's saffron.
In these were white. There was a washing incident. Where the order doesn't wear it. It's fine. It's fine. What are you here for?
This is the Colonel Troutman, Nick Fury moment kind of thing. Where we need you for one last job. Yada yada yada. You're gonna fight me on it, but I'm gonna not take no for an answer. But then you're gonna be like, hard no, pal, and then we leave. But then you show up at the place anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh
Let me
no.
go ahead and you on that.
Yeah, all of that's gonna happen though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
I, three amigos. I know what's up.
You don't want to fight us on it? You just want to come with us? That's great.
Oh, no, but I don't want to fight you. I do, however, want to say emphatically no.
Right.
Thank you.
See, exactly. And that's not how this is gonna go.
Oh, okay. So this is the part where I tell you this is my life now, and and I found myself here, and I don't really feel like reliving and rebecoming that person that I was.
Oh, and we don't need you to. This is to ensure that the life that you want is the life that you have.
All right, I'm in. Let's go.
Make sure that this new piece that you found is something that gets to persist. And somebody else is trying to rewrite some things, and we don't know how much that will change.
Oh, not at all. That guy is done.
So,
Just saying.
don't me?
Huh? No, we totally need you. We're gonna be changing things a little bit around here.
What? This is
Not the monastery. No.
Okay, good. Because Ed spent like 20 years raking that.
No, that is not a thing. We're not here to mess with people's monasteries.
In fact, probably should quit standing on it.
You're right. Sorry,
the monastery.
I hadn't even realized. It just looked like pebbles to me.
Apparently, if you can take one, you're the master. So.
No, but you have some in the pantry. Cocoa, fruity. What do you want?
Actually, so we're trying to. This is so hard. I thought.
In the immortal words of Doctor Who, I don't want to go #Andy Buff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's nice.
No fair making me cry in the first 10 minutes, guys.
I don't know. I think it's perfectly fair. In fact, the more times that you make Helen cry tonight, the better. Just don't make me cry, or we're gonna have words, everyone.
Yeah. I've been dreading this for weeks now.
Okay.
Already.
So there's this class
Okay.
5 guy. And he's not somebody we know, but he's like been really mad. Apparently, and like this is like just guessing at Zenda. We've had to go. He keeps going back in time in different metaverses and messing things up. And we keep stopping him. So at this point, he is like just desperate and pissed. And final showdown's definitely coming, since we kind of, we can find this guy. But that's just kind of the first part of things.
What's the second part of things?
Well, I don't want to kill him.
I agree.
Or anyone.
I also agree.
And I don't want anyone else to kill anyone either.
This is I'm liking the plan so far.
So I'm going to stop all of it.
Now, if I don't go, that would be bad and could possibly lead to my chill not being preserved, is what you're telling me.
Giant Twinkie bad. Yes.
Oh.
I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's a reference, and that's fine. I love references.
No, it's not a reference. This is my new idiom. This is what I am. This is what I'm about.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's on top of the rock. 3 years. This is my piece.
Right, and why? Because governments all over the world are chasing you, for one. For two, an alien invasion from another metaverse can happen at any given moment again, right?
Okay, but
every time that you've had to go in and save another metaverse, something bad has generally happened to you emotionally. Also true.
Yes, that's not a good selling point, but yes.
I'm gonna fix all of that. We're gonna fix all of it.
Okay.
I'm talking no more wars. Okay. I'm talking no more famine. I'm talking about no more poor people. or rich people, or maybe both. They're both rich people. I haven't worked out finances yet, but I'm telling you, this is going to be great. Also, other metaverses, same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
No more fighting.
I'm gonna need
So the
to
whole world is
meditate on this for a. Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
basically
Let's do it.
dead.
Awesome. This is going to be
Yes.
awesome. I'm
Do the
telling
most
you.
good. Do the most good.
So it's been a long run and James' shirt is not at all scary. Clearly it is time to stack the deck in our
James.
favor. Hashtag cool Ruth, hashtag Wyatt buff, hashtag Brony buff, hashtag crash buff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait
That
a
is
minute.
awesome.
Damn.
Wow. Thank you so much, Lumiere. Wow. Thank you.
My God, I only just now noticed the shirt, and now I'm.
Yep. That's the.
Ah.
Mhm.
You're concerned, right? We're all concerned.
Anyway, just as you were talking with Brony there, your comm bead chirps in your ear and a call comes through. Hey, boss, got a bead on the metaversal signature you're tracking. Looks like the fellow went to that arena place. Funny thing about this
No.
signature, boss, didn't use a metapod. I think he's there in person.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Wait, are you talking to someone else?
Oh yeah, earbuds, dude.
Oh.
Always on comm with the the government organization that's not trying to murder us.
I really don't even miss them.
So yeah, our guy just escaped into arena,
Oh.
which is our territory now.
Any idea why he would be there in person?
No. In fact, most of his motives are completely unknown to me, except I'm pretty sure he hates Zenda.
Fair enough.
Oh, let me get my things. Just kidding. Valid poverty. Let's go.
Meta surge many places I have been, many sorrows I have seen, but I don't regret nor will I forget all who took the road with me.
Aww.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
So yeah, arena. We can go there. That means, and he's not in a pod, so we also are not going to use pods. Neat, right?
Yeah. Confusing, but neat.
I know. So everybody, hop in. There's an extra seat on the plane thing.
You don't even actually have to fly anywhere, Crash. I mean, if you're going to arena, it's. I mean,
Right.
I don't know if you've taught Andy James that neat trick or not yet, but you can go and you could easily take someone with you.
Yeah. Hey, Andy, do you know how to do that yet?
No, I don't.
Oh gosh,
Teach me the trick.
I have been like really neglecting. I have time, and I don't get to show you. But yeah, you basically just.
Imagine me, basically an infant, with all of these powers and no guidance.
I know that must be awful.
I mean, I just keep stumbling on cool shit to do right at the end of all things.
So yeah, you can go to arena, pretty much just by thinking about a door there, sort of. But like also, like focusing, and also, I don't know what. Like you just do it. You just be like, hey.
I just think about a door. Will it take me anywhere, or is it just
Nope.
arena? No to anywhere, or no to just arena?
No to anywhere. You can always go to arena because you're one of the people allowed to like travel back and forth.
Oh shit! Okay,
You're a
Well-
key card.
I'm a key card.
I don't know how it goes exactly. I've been going there a lot though.
Okay, so what color is this door? Can I choose?
I don't know. I always made it like a glowing, like He-Man door, you know?
Like a portal situation?
For sure.
He-Man's a person.
And that's pretty much how
Okay.
it looked.
Neat. Okay. So all right. I guess I'm gonna grab Brony's hand and we're gonna think about a door.
Thinking about a door? Are you thinking about Irina?
I've been a monk for 2
now.
years. I'm not thinking about the door if you're grabbing my hand. So I'll try
Irina.
to-
Sure.
Yeah, you've got to think about arena. That's not just the door. Like, you know, have to know that the door is going to go there. I'm bad at explaining things.
Hmm.
All right.
Taking Brony in
thinking,
hand, you try to envision this. Arena is sometimes hard to think about. You have a lot of bad memories from Arena. I mean, that's where Maddox sacrificed her life to save the metaverse. I mean,
It's so
Yeah,
much nicer now, though. Come on.
it's a hard place, but thinking about it more and more, remembering those moments, it weighs heavy on you. But then when you open your eyes, you're not in Tibet anymore. You and Brony are standing in Arena. And of course, there's no longer the once mighty, horrible city that was there full of slaves and other terrible things. But, you know, you were witnessed its destruction at one point. It is mostly cleared away. And then shortly thereafter, Crash
Boom!
and Wyatt appear, almost standing next to you. The only thing that's really left structure-wise is it's almost like an amphitheater, so that so many people could gather and sit and look down upon a central floor panel. And on that floor panel, they're building a table. It's not quite done, but they're polishing away the stone on it and setting up all these various stone chairs on it. And each one of these dozens of stone chairs.
To the person who taught me that telling stories wasn't so strange and that loving them wasn't so wrong. Thank you for sharing your heart and your avatars. And thank you for the metaverse. Hashtag crash buff.
Aww.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you, Pax. Thank you.
Pax.
There's this large table they're constructing and polishing the table and moving in the chairs, and they're attaching little nameplates to these chairs, and you can see some of the nameplates so
Check
far.
this out, guys.
Among them are Rosie, Wyatt, Andy, Crash, Butch, Zeus, Abby, Jenica, Thomas, and the names just go on, all around this giant oval-like table.
So, this is what I wanted to show you. I know we're chasing someone, but here it is. This is where we're gonna fix everything. It's for you guys and for me and all the avatars that we trust. They can meet here and we can talk things out. Figure out a better way to run, well, everything.
You have been busy.
Super busy.
A robed man quickly approaches. My Lord Kresh, a metapilot from your metaverse, passed through Arena just moments ago. He spoke to no one and immediately went through one of the gates. Also, a strange object was left for you by an entity calling itself Eldon. It's a tape recorder and cassette. I will give this to you. I've also received a message from Mr. Pierce and Mr. Stone about your project with the Hope Colony volunteers, your reliables. They are nearly ready to begin.
Excellent. Continue on, my good man.
I almost forgot, or rather, I wish I could forget. There is a visitor awaiting an audience as well.
Oh, who that?
Why don't you play the cassette tape first, as I believe it's just keyed up.
Okay.
Mark, if you would, please.
If it doesn't work, I have my Teddy Ruxpin.
And you
It's
and
like
I,
he's saying it. It's awesome.
Hello?
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a hack attack.
I think this is working, but it's hard to
I
be
think
sure of anything.
It's going to
in here.
happen.
It's been hacked.
We're attacked.
My name is Eldon, and I've been watching you for some time now. I don't know where I have been. It's all been kind of a blur, but a door opened, and And I think it's a way out. I think I'm gonna go through it. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to come back and see you, so I wanted to leave a final message before I left. I've learned so much in the last, I don't even know how long it's been. Several years for you. Indeterminate for me. I came wanting to find a story, and I found so many wonderful stories of heroism, of friendship, of sacrifice, of struggle and overcoming, and I don't even really know how to thank you. So thank you for protecting the metaverse. You guys have you've always tried to do what you thought was right. And even when you discovered the stakes were so much bigger than you thought, you still just wanted and tried to do what was right. And you've shown me what it meant to be a hero. And I may not be one now, but I'm gonna keep trying, and hopefully, if we ever meet, I'll be able to greet you and show you what I've done. So, to everyone, thank you. Thank you so much for everything you've done, and I know you'll get through this, just like you've gotten through everything else, and I trust you.
And that seems to
So
be
I
the end of the
guess
recording.
that's it.
Huh?
This is Eldon saying goodbye. Hello?
And that seems to be the end of the recording.
Well, but this is exactly a wonderful example of it. If we do this right, we don't end up with people lost like this anymore. Could be way better.
So, what do we do?
We've seen way worse.
Yeah. We've seen a lot worse. And if our metaverse is
That's interesting. Mark, is that audio intentional?
whatever it is, it's very intense.
Yes.
Very compelling.
That was very intense.
So
there we are.
what am I proposing? We're gonna take over the world.
But where are we going to find a duck in Lederhosen at this hour?
Right? That's what I was thinking the first time I thought it. But I can't, it's hard to say out loud without it sounding villainous.
But we're not villains.
Exactly. But we keep having to fix stuff. Even though our own world is screwed up, we're out here fixing other worlds. Maybe we should just fix ours real quick first.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe that our interference is helping. I don't know that I believe that.
Because thus far it has not. We're not taking an active enough role. Sure, we're pushing back invasions and then happily running away from the law again. Or occasionally aligning ourselves with a government only to be betrayed by them later and used like tools, however they see fit.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I don't want to be used by anybody. Maybe
Exactly. We shouldn't be used by anybody. People shouldn't be used by other people. That's mean. Killing people because you don't like the way they look or what they believe, also very mean. Why don't we just stop all of that? Through something other than shooting everybody.
Yeah, I was doing that. I was literally stopping being used entirely by not interfering.
You're kind of hiding from people who want to use you because you're tired of it. You've basically been oppressed into a corner, my man. And now one of the most powerful beings in the world lives in a monastery praying every day. Even though you don't speak Tibetan, right?
I get by.
Do ya?
I mean, most of them speak English in the monastery anyway.
Exactly.
Brad Pitt was there for a while. It was really cool.
Oh, was he doing research?
I don't know. I just think he was eating our food.
Ah, yeah. That's
He's not filming anything new. I mean, this is like way after that other movie. He's just freeloading, but that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm chill with that.
I'm just saying, you don't need to run from the army. You could punch all their heads off, but you don't do it.
No.
Right? You don't.
But I don't need to run toward them either.
Right, and you shouldn't. They shouldn't be chasing you. There's no reason for them to.
Well, let's hear it. What are we doing? Or what do you want us to do?
Sit at this table and help make decisions.
Brony, don't forget, sometimes getting involved means you end up saving a life. Remember? You are better than who you used to be. Now show them. #Brony buff.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Monday.
I'm showing.
Brony, you're one of my best friends and you've been one of my best enemies. I need you to help make sure that I don't turn into a power-crazed lunatic. We're here to check and balance each other.
He's already doing it, Crash.
I know. Why shouldn't he just do it at the table then? And in the meantime, we'll stop all wars and end hunger.
I'll hear you out.
We have so much more information now than we've ever had. This whole time we've just been running. Now we finally have a chance to be proactive about this.
We have powers and technology that can literally fix a lot of the problems that are plaguing the entire world.
You've grown up in a place and a time where great power rose from nothing, and people used that power to hurt others. They used that power to take from others. They used that power. It's funny, you've been in a place where this has happened on a scale that you've been able to observe globally. I don't think more power centralized is the right answer.
What do you think I'm trying to do? Do you think I'm just going to take over the world governments? That's not the plan. But nope. I can take away their ability to harm each other. At least in the short term.
So you take away their ability to harm each other, but you don't take away their desire?
You think I should mess with free will? Because I mean, I could do that too.
No, but I'm saying imposing will does nothing but leave a vacuum when you stop leading with an iron fist. It's going to backfill. I'm just concerned. I was doing what I thought was right for the world and what was right for me.
How is you hiding, helping anyone other than you?
Well, I certainly wasn't hurting anyone. I
How?
wasn't.
All the people that you could have been saving aren't saved. You didn't save them. You're here to save people. If we've ever pretended that we're anything, we're here to save people. It's been said over and over again. Whether or not it's even true doesn't matter anymore. If we're here to save people, we save people. If you're not saving people, you're not helping. Let's just save all the people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still here. I'm still here. But Robert Oppenheimer wanted to help people. I'm here. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Oppenheimer, is he the bomb guy? Did he make the bomb?
I mean, he's pretty cool. I don't know if I call him the bomb, but he's all right. Yes.
Because we're not making a bomb. We're making the bombs go away.
We are bombs.
We are bombs, exactly. We're not going to solve this with force. I figured that part out already by solving all of my other problems with force.
If we don't do this, somebody else will try to step in, and it may be another Tom situation, and we got through that by the skin of our teeth.
One of the many things that we've gotten through by the skin of our teeth. Problems that if we would have taken care of them at the beginning, they wouldn't have grown into the global problems that they became.
Well, half my ass, which is my teeth have
many lives that were lost along the way.
Well, like I said, I'm here. I'll listen. See what you got. See what the plan
Lots
is.
of ideas. And one to start things off. But we got to find this guy. He's going to hurt himself. He's going to hurt the whole world trying to hurt one other person.
He's going to hurt worlds. Undo sacrifices that have already been made.
We can't have
Make
any
many
more.
more sacrifices.
So, let's figure out what door this guy took and go through it.
You do still have a visitor waiting for you.
Oh,
Oh,
send them in?
bump my 3 o'clock? Yeah, let's.
The gentleman enters. He wears spectacles and a blue work-type shirt with the sleeves rolled up. Professor McFidget here, inventor of such marvelous contraptions as the electric toothbrush sewing machine combination tool and the super absorbent sponge. The automated toothpick, and boy, do I have a special invention for you. Having trouble tracking a rogue metapilot, altering timelines throughout the metaverse? The Gabriel Finder 1000 will do the hard work for you. That's right, this handy portable device will continuously indicate the direction that Gabriel has traveled and any gates that he has passed through. No more guesswork, no more complicated spells or asking for directions. Just turn on this compact device and it will lead you to your quarry. Act now and I'll throw in a pair of my famous treadmill tennis shoes absolutely free. That's right, you get the Gabriel 1000 and the portable wearable treadmill and a tennis shoe all in one great deal. Supplies are limited, so act fast.
Also,
Are you offering us a boop boop?
yeah, take the boop boop.
Wait. Before we take boop boop. How many directions? Are we talking X, Y, Z, X, X, Y, Y, Z? Z? Or are we just talking straight up three-dimensional here? Because that, I don't think, is going to do us as much good.
I trust Professor McFidget. You know why? Because he showed up at a time that is opportune to move the plot forward. Have you noticed this kind of thing keeps happening to us? Fate is on our side, Brony. You really should just join up.
It does seem to happen with great regularity.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was a hack attack.
Thank
I've been
you.
eating rice for 3 years. Great regularity.
I didn't think it was just lazy writing, James.
No, that comes later.
So,
Good.
the living
Good.
MacGuffin finder, we've got one now.
Well, okay.
You have a handheld device which seems to indicate one of the glowing gates within Arena. One of the many, many glowing gates.
So, follow the boop boop, find the bad guy,
Follow the boop boop.
do your brony thing.
All right. Let's win a car.
Maybe come to a few of these monthly meetings here at the table.
You know, we'll talk about that when it comes to it. But for right now, I choose door number 3. Let's go.
I'm just saying,
All
I
right.
could go completely power mad at one of these meetings and like take over the world for realsies.
I wouldn't let you.
And you're literally the only guy that can maybe beat me up.
God.
I hope that I don't ever need to even try to beat you up. But, you know, you're a good person, so.
For now, but you know,
No.
absolute power, yada yada yada. And I don't know the last half of that, which I think is probably a problem.
Well, what's your uncle's name?
Bob? Oh wait,
Not
no,
Ben,
that's an English
Okay.
saying.
Then we're safe. I assume he's also a cop then? Let's go. Through the door.
Stepping through the portal, you find yourselves among obvious alien ruins on a planet that is certainly not Earth. 5 moons circling and a green sky being the clear indication. Strange, irregularly shaped architecture surrounds you. The device continues to give a signal and a direction leading through the ruins.
I think on this planet they're just ruins. They're alien to us, but you can just call them ruins here. Let's look at the ruins. I like ruins. Are they ruined ruins?
They have strange markings all over them, absolutely, and they're very, very old and of some unidentified substance.
What the hell is a Kilroy?
I'd like to roll a knowledge check on that, just see if anybody rattling around up top knows anything about that substance
Sure.
or the writer.
Well, considering you were probably the inventor of it.
I absolutely invented writing. This one,
Indeed.
I beat that on a knowledge by 3.
You believe this is some ancient architecture from a now extinct race of beings. You believe that you're in Metaverse 707, if you're not mistaken, by the construction layout of things. Somewhere in the Outer Rim worlds.
It looks like we're in 707, but these folks, unfortunately, their society crumbled some time ago. I'm not sure why this place appealed to Gabriel, but...
Can I use my knowledge of English lit to try to read the graffiti on the walls?
You can give it a shot.
Okay. I have no illusions that this will work, but I really, really want to know if somebody wrote Joe was here or something like that. Oh, and I am going to beat it. In fact, by only 1.
You can't be entirely certain, but you believe that there's some sort of anatomical reference on one of them. You think it has something to do with some kind of reproductive organ?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. That graffiti says that somebody stooked somebody's mother.
Yeah, unfortunately, I invented that graffiti styling, too. Sorry about that.
Well, at least Putz has spoken around the universe.
Indeed. Well, the device is giving a clear indication and direction. You can continue to follow it.
Follow the boop boop.
So what's
All right.
707's thing? I don't know 707. What's 707? I'm not
Man, that
bonded.
sounds really familiar to you, Andy James.
I'm not
707.
bonded to anyone here. I know that much.
It sounds really familiar to me.
Yeah, you feel like maybe you've been here before. Following the device, you soon hear the sounds of energy weapons and explosions. And you can see two figures running in your direction, but as though they're running away from something. They keep leaning back and firing over their shoulders as they're running at a large group of pursuers. And you immediately recognize the two fleeing individuals.
Guy Stone here reporting live on the ground at Arena. Crash would like to take over the world in order to make it a better place. We will keep a close eye on this developing story. Back to you in the WMVO studio, James. Hashtag Wyatt Buff.
Indeed.
Thank you.
So, Andy, you definitely recognize the two fleeing individuals. One is Captain Grace Lyons, and her stalwart companion, Skinny, is the other one.
Oh, no kidding!
In fact, Grace is one of your bonded avatars. And in pursuit of her are 24 or more of United League soldiers in power armor.
That
Skidding
tracks,
to a
yeah.
halt at her dead run, Grace stops and stares right at you, Andy, her jaw hanging open. You're real?
Hiya, Grace.
How?
Good to see you.
Brody, you remember the M&M's commercial where they meet Santa Claus and then they both pass out?
What
well-
seems to be the trouble, Grace? How can we help?
United League, bad guys. Yeah. If you're here, could use a hand. We're a little outgunned here.
We'd be happy to help, to lend a helping hand. Just tell me what you did first.
Well, we kind of got involved with the rebellion against them. It's being led by, mostly by Lothar, but really his daughter is calling the shots these days. He's just kind of a figurehead.
All
But,
right,
yeah.
circle up, friends. It's time to kick a little United League ass.
What's the United League?
Oh boy. Can we just
can
hop
say-
right on with
you
fascist
can just say-
bastards?
You can say bad guys.
I could say bad guys. You
I-
don't care what kind of bad guys? Great.
Andy James, if you say they're bad guys, I'm gonna believe you.
They're bad guys.
It's another reason why I need a whole bunch of people advising.
Because you'll just trust anything I say?
Pretty
Uh-oh.
much. Just
I'll-
point at the bad guys.
I'll take some initiative. It looks like Brony might be having a couple of technical difficulties. Hopefully he'll be back with us shortly.
All right, let's see. We're at 20.
Oof. 14.
Everybody's swearing in Norwegian.
What about yourself, Crash?
I got a 19. It's
All
really
right.
bad for me.
Yeah,
That
no, I
means
know.
we'll be starting
That
with
is
you, Andy
incredibly bad
James.
for you. Okay. How many of these pursuers are there?
There's at least a dozen, maybe a couple more than that. They're moving pretty quickly, using some of the architecture for cover, and they're in pretty stout-looking power armor, carrying some pretty deadly-looking weapons. But you're pretty sure that you've
Okay.
fought these people before. It's just, you were graced when you fought these people before, doing the whole pilot avatar thing.
I was Beauty, I was Grace.
Yeah.
I punched fascists in the face.
Absolutely. And yeah, that is something you definitely recall. These United League people are essentially space fascists.
Space fascist.
Always with the space fascists. All
Yeah.
right. Well, can you remind me what the story is with their armor? Like, are they stormtroopers, or are they actually hard to kill?
They're decently hard to kill. I mean, that armor's pretty stout. At least, if you're blasting them with the energy weapons that most people use in this particular metaverse. you've got other tools that you can use that are not necessarily simple energy weapons and could be substantially more devastating than energy weapons in some individual circumstances. The other thing you recall about them is they do have magic here, but it's very elemental based, and the people that use it have to have like these devices to use it with, otherwise they risk causing severe harm to themselves.
Do any of the soldiers have those devices?
One of them very clearly has those devices in the arms of his armor.
Great. I am going to use Demon Knife because I know that shit cuts everything. And I am going to target his elemental devices.
All right.
And I'm going to take 2 actions to do it.
Sounds good to me. Go ahead and give me athletics rolls for the thrown knife.
Great. And we're rolling on 10s, right?
You're on 10s unless you want to use a moment of clarity, and then you're on 8s.
How many more moments of clarity do we have?
Clarity made it to the store, actually. So.
Oh, all right.
I thought they were in it, but I am mistaken. My fault. My bad. But there are meta surges in the store, which can be used to give yourself a +2 anytime you use one of them. You can stack them together. So, and you can use them after the fact. You can also use a meta surge to give me, the GM, a -2 instead. And you can, again, stack them if you want to.
That's not bad. I am rolling 10s on 18, though, so I'm going to take my chances here.
And you can use them after the fact, so it's there for you if you need it.
Great. I'm going to beat that first one by 12.
Yeah, that's going to do it. And what about that second one?
Ooh. And the second one, I am going to beat by 5.
Beat by 5. Those are 2 solid successes. The first throw, you put a little bit too much force into it, and rather than just slicing the wiring on the arm, it slices the arm clean off on the first throw.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there goes one arm. And on the second one, you're a little less force in it. You managed to slice the wiring free from the elemental manipulation devices. You're pretty sure if he tries to use any of that magic he's got now, it's going to cause him some harm to do so. All right, that is going to put us to Crash at a 19 next.
Are these just knockout guys? Do we just knock them? Andy, James?
Are they, sorry?
Is it just we just knock them out?
We could knock them out. They are fascists, though, so...
Okay, I'll point at one in the middle. That one's a fascist?
That one's definitely a fascist.
Okay, now he's a grenade.
Tell us what you're doing here, Crash.
I'm going to use my kinetic control power to agitate his molecules until he explodes in a bony shrapnel mess, which will hopefully take out his buddies.
Okay. I'll take a power use roll.
Yeah, otherwise that wouldn't make any sense.
Hey, Clarity's in the store, and there's one of them in there.
I'll take it. That sounds awesome. If I can't use the Clarity to explode a man, what are we
even doing?
Yeah, why are we even playing this game?
Then you use a buff to explode all demands.
You do have 2 of them.
Oh. Is this really appropriate to take out a bunch of mooks, though? Oh, wait, no, that's exactly what this exact buff is built for. Let's see if it hits.
Okay.
Maybe I can't use my powers today. Oh, no, I totally can. I beat it by 10. Yeah, absolutely. Crash burf.
Hashtag MetaSurge. Thanks so much for this amazing show and characters.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So are you going to use one of your 2 hacksaws and blow them all up?
I'm using my Crash burf to use a Herxer to turn the Gurn into Grenard.
All right. And a mere second, the entire dozen armored soldiers, 13 technically, including the one-armed individual.
I also shout regular punch for no reason.
Detonate in an explosion of gore, metal bits, bone, and other unidentifiable pieces. And it comes raining down through the sky around you and
None
around
of it hits me.
Grace and Skinny. And yeah, miraculously, none of the red rain lands on Crash.
Pink mist, my favorite.
Yeah, pink mist. And once again, you are back with Grace and Skinny. No adversaries chasing them. That was a neat trick. Wow. You got some great friends, Andy James.
Oh, you have no idea. I have the best friends. And I guess we have the best friends. It's good to see you, Grace.
It's good to see you. I wasn't sure if you were even real.
Yeah, no.
I thought
the
maybe I
time we
just went
spent
crazy.
together was absolutely unreal.
I think that about her all the time.
I thought it was just, had gone crazy for a little bit.
No. Nope, we're bonded. You can't get rid of me, Grace.
So that's what that is.
That's what that is.
You've been having some troubled times recently.
We have. I hope it hasn't affected you too much.
Hey, did you see a guy who looks like Zenda run this way? You don't know who Zenda is. Why am I asking you that?
I don't know who a Zenda or what a Zenda is, but there was a guy. Yeah, I just saw him for a minute. He was moving through the ruins. He was going that way, and the way she points is the way your little device seems to be indicating. Yeah, he was moving.
Yeah, we should really get going.
So
yeah, Grace, you'll understand this. We're tracking down a bounty of some kind.
Oh.
Don't suppose you want to join us?
I could, but well, we're kind of in the middle of something for the rebellion here. We got some plans to this space station that we're going to be delivering to Maya, Lothar's daughter, and we're going to try and take out one of their warship factories.
Oh, sweet.
Sounds like
warship
you're fighting
factory.
a good fight.
Yeah, we shouldn't get in the way of that. We should instead go chase the guy we need to go chase.
Well,
You should
best of
hurry,
luck
too.
to you, Grace.
Will
If we could stick around and help, we would.
will I see you again, Andy James?
I can only hope.
Be safe. And
I would say the same to you, but I know you too well.
I know this
Get
is
off.
going to sound really weird, but will you say hi to your grandpa for me?
Oh, my dear sweet Jesus, he's one of those.
Grace, maybe not the way you want me to, but I certainly will say hi.
All right, and off you go, following the signal through several more of these ruined bits of structure until
Andy
you come
James,
across.
that started so nice and ended so gross.
I know. It's been a rough ride, buddy. It's been a rough
Don't
one.
use that term with me. I know what it means now.
Not your fault, but still. Ugh.
I know. Ugh.
You follow the signal through all kinds of different ruins till you reach a large, somewhat, you would say it may have been a pyramid-like structure at some point, but a bunch of it is missing. And there is a rather large, strange stone ring built into the side of it. And the signal leads right to that stone ring. Which both Andy James and Crash Jackson, you can see that is a place of power.
What a dick.
Oh, great.
He's door jumping. He's just hopping from. Oh, dick.
Follow the boop boop?
Yes, follow the boop boop.
All right, you touch the stonework, and suddenly you are somewhere else. You're on a cloud floating in an endless sky. And on the cloud, there's beautiful gleaming towers, manors, and homes, seemingly all made from the cloud itself. Oh, I think we might be able to get Andy back here. Let me see if I can manage that.
I'm right here.
Bronia in this case. Let's see if that worked. Let's see, there's gleaming houses and stuff. They all seem to be like they're carved from cloud itself, and you are walking on cloud rather than falling through it, so that's really, really strange. There's winged avian humanoids soaring among the towers and minarets, and several of them seem to spot you and are flying down towards you. They're in beautiful, rather ceremonial-looking armor. And again, Andy James, you recognize these beings, not them personally, but these are individuals from the Sky Kingdoms that you once visited as a metaverse.
Yes! What? Is this the greatest hit show? I love it.
So here, yes.
Brody's
Anyone
done
we
meditating.
recognize?
I have no idea how long this is going to hold out.
That's okay. Just do your best to stay with us, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. We're just glad you're trying. Yeah, they're flying towards you, and they don't seem to look so friendly as they're getting closer, Andy James.
Bad guys?
More
No.
interlopers? Travelers from the beyond are forbidden in the Sky Kingdoms. Go back from where you came, or suffer the consequences. You will
We
not
would
escape
love-
us as easily as the one who came before you.
Oh, which way did he go?
We're trying to track him down for you.
You are intruders. The Sky Kingdoms are forbidden ever since the death of the last Sky King.
Do you want me just to take this place down?
No. These are not folks that we want to mess with. Do I remember any like salutes or anything from that?
Well, the last time you were here, the avatar you had, Hannah, also was not exactly on good terms with the authorities. I mean, she was a
That's definitely
notorious
true.
smuggler.
That is definitely true.
Greetings, fellow good guys.
Yep, that's gonna work.
We are not intruders. We are merely travelers. And we need to know which way that other intruder went. Who was an intruder, not like us. who
We're
are
basically the
travelers.
police, and we're trying to track down this person who seems intent on
give me a-
invading you.
Can you give me a persuasion roll, please, Andy James?
Yes. I'm so covered in rabbit hair, y'all. All right. Ooh, my persuasion is not that great. Well, we're gonna hit that dead on. So you know what? I'm gonna use a meta surge.
All
Yeah.
right, use a meta surge to beat it by 2. They lean in and talk amongst each other for a second. Oh, well, we don't know exactly where he went. He stole one of the ships in our port and flew southwest.
Shit. Can you lend us a ship?
I'm afraid that all of our ships are military craft, and an outsider could simply not take one. It would be forbidden. I believe there is a trader here ported who has their own ship. You could perhaps purchase transport from them, perhaps.
Oh yes, with our money from this world that we have, we're working on clouds, guy.
Yes, I don't understand what is so strange about that.
Okay, anybody who can't fly, grab on.
I don't suppose.
You don't suppose what?
I mean, oh no. Oh, I was really hoping that trader might be one Hannah also, but perhaps that's too much to hope.
I do not know who the trader is. They have an unregistered ship.
Of course they do.
They're in that cantina over there with their first mate.
Worth checking out if nothing else. If not,
You
crash,
know
of
we're
course.
going in. You know we're going in. We could fly it, but you know what? We're going in.
We're going in.
All right, you go into the cantina, which has a rather terrible band playing, and all sorts of scum and villainy are present. And sitting at one of the tables, you very much recognize your old avatar. Hannah also is right there with her first mate, Bakiwa.
What in the name of Star Wars ripoff is this?
Exactly what you
I
think
think
it
it's different
is.
at night. It's not going to be a licensing issue. We're fine.
We're literally in a cloud city, Wyatt.
Literally in a cantina.
with a smuggler and her monstrous sidekick, first mate. That's
Good.
not Chewbacca.
She is an owl
Less
person.
first mate and more first mate.
She has feathers. As everyone here is a bird person of some sort or another, except for yourselves. So you do get some strange eyes, and you get a double take, Andy James, from Hannah also.
Look at the beak on that.
Beak's not even the best part. How you doing, Hannah?
Are you gonna make out?
I know you. I know you.
You do.
Why do I
me.
know you?
We spent time
She's
together.
inhabited your body at least one time.
Oh.
You probably dream about her on the regular, or like, whoa, skin person, strange.
Yeah, you were there when the crazy stuff happened with the Sky King and the weird, creepy, invasive black stuff from the other dimension.
Is it always vaguely sexual with your avatars?
Yeah, a little bit. Look, we share a bond, all right?
So, what are you doing here?
Well, we're chasing down an interloper. There's somebody diving through metaverses, and I don't necessarily expect you to know what that means, but
For some reason, I kind of do, and I don't know why.
well, we're trying to stop them from causing devastating harm.
So that'd be the traveler fella that stole a ship just a little while back here.
That
Maybe-
would be the traveler fellow that stole a ship. I don't suppose you would have much interest in chasing down some traveler fellow who stole a ship.
For you, anything.
Man, why am I even here?
My heart. My heart.
So, where's that ship? We'd love to get on it and
Oh,
chase
okay,
the guy.
yeah, well, right away. Just right this way.
To the Century Pigeon.
Are you freaking kidding me? Right now, Andy James, with the name of that ship?
Of course I am.
You are kidding me? It's really not named the Century Pigeon?
In the Century something.
She's not
Excuse me?
that far off.
Excuse me, Captain, what's the name of your ship?
It's the Century Pigeon.
Oh my god, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Let's get on that then.
It's a beat up old freighter.
We need to get like the hell out of this metaverse right now before we're sued.
And off you go, still traveling, following that signal in the little handheld device.
Follow the boop boop.
Man, following the signal over several hours of
I
travel.
believe it's called a chirp chirp here, Andy James.
Oh, you're
Chirp,
quite
chirp,
right.
yeah, you
You're
wouldn't
quite
be
right.
wrong. You finally reach a swamp cloud. In fact, it is a very recognizable cloud to you again, Andy James, as you believe this is the swamp cloud of Old Eswan. And somewhere among the ruins here would be the dwelling of Old Eswan.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't
And
know.
No.
down
no.
amidst those ruins is, in fact, a avian ship. Looks like one of those small military craft. And it was not landed particularly carefully.
I don't know, Hannah. I've got a bad feeling about this.
What is happening right now, Andy James? What is happening?
I'm living out all of my greatest fantasies. Leave me alone.
Oldie Swan? What's his last name? Beak Nobi? It is,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes, that is.
That
In
is
fact, it's
exactly it.
If that's where we have to go, I'm gonna be so mad at you right now.
That's where we have to go.
It seems that that's where the signal is indicating. It's down amidst the ruins within the swamp there.
Take us down.
All right. You land next to the crashed X-Wing.
One last time. Thank you for taking a part of my heart and making her part of yours. There was never anyone better for Abby than you. Thank you, friend, for everything. Hashtag Andy Buff.
Oh, thank you, Pax. Thank you.
You can't
All right.
do this.
You land the Century Pigeon next to the broken down Peck Swing crashed in the swamp.
They called a Peck Swing. Is it really?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're Peck Swing fighters. And the signal again leads directly towards one of these structures within the old ruins. Another stone circular formation. And obviously another place of power.
Obviously. Hey, buddy.
Hey,
Hey, you're still here. It's okay.
baby.
You've just missed some really bad Star Wars ripoffs. That's all you missed.
Yeah, I know. It's a
Really.
live stream with Christian. I mean,
Yeah.
Christian refuses to take any sort of responsibility for this, I'm sure.
This
The
is all
spin
from an April 1st episode where we poked a lot of fun at Star Wars.
Good.
Yeah, there's another one of those places of power amid the ruins in the swamp near that crashed Peck Swing fighter.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to move
I think we
past
probably
all of
need to
these
head-
bird-themed things. We're going to put our hand on the thing, and we're going to go through that door. My
All
man.
right. You step
Okay,
through.
but before we do, I am winking at
Yes.
Hannah Oslo and I'm saying, I love you.
I know.
Ha!
And through the gate you step. And you find yourselves in yet a different metaverse entirely. It's, green grass and trees and birds, and everything seems somewhat normal. You're on the grounds of the ruins of an asylum, judging by the things around you. Burned to the ground, a rusted fence around the property. Crash, you are intimately familiar with this property and, in fact, this entire metaverse. You self-quarantined yourself here when you thought you had been infected by the parasite.
Oh, yeah. This place sucks.
Well, it sucked at one point.
Does it not suck
hi,
anymore?
Crash.
Hey, Andy, how were you blood related to that bird?
No, I wasn't blood related to that bird.
Okay, because I thought you two were going to make out for a second, and it just seemed out of character for you if there was no blood relation there.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You
I
took the
don't
words right out
ever
of my
make-
mouth in every incident where you've ever tried to make out with your grandpa in front of me. By
Now,
the
I
way,
would
it's
just
happened
like to
3
point
times.
out that was never me trying to make out with my grandpa. That was always avatars trying to make out with my grandpa.
I think I'm
Literally,
having internet
none of my
connection.
avatars have ever tried to make out with anyone's grandpa. Not one.
Well, I don't know if this is problematic, but I would probably go back and make out with literally any of my avatars.
And their grandfathers?
What?
Right, because that's the thing. That's the thing with me. That's where I feel the line should be.
Meet my new boyfriend, Grandpa, Uncle, Dad. He's it's great because you
This
got
is-
a gift for like a whole slew of people.
This is the real reason that James wants to be done with this group. He's like, man, I can't handle another incest scare.
There
Incest and excess.
There haven't been that many. It's just, except with you.
That's right, James. This is your cast.
Oh, I know it. I know
I mean,
it.
monsters of the mutaverse here soon.
Oh God, psychoanalyzing Andy James is probably the worst way. Don't do it.
I prefer parkour and family tree.
Parkour in the family tree is spectacular.
right, all right. If you're sick of the incest stuff, raise a flipper.
Well, you've still got a fairly strong signal here, Crash.
Class 5 pilots.
A fairly strong signal in the boop boop.
Yep, it's pointing east.
All right.
Boop.
I guess we head east then.
You set off, and it seems that it's been a while since you've been here, and this metaverse's timeline is. It seems that the farmland is mostly recovered, and the ranches seem occupied again, and have cattle and sheep, and most of the small villages and towns seem to be in much better repair. And there's no mobs of crazy people running around screaming and hacking each other's limbs off and behaving in completely insane fashions. No, nightmares going around. It's actually really rather quaint and boring.
Well, I'm still ill at ease. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies, and also it creeps me out some.
But you stay on the trail and further across the countryside until you reach the coastline here. And it's for all of you, you feel like this is like the east coast of the United States. It's just a different United States than you're used to. And in fact, a lot of places flying the British flag make it seem very clear that this isn't the United States in this particular metaverse at all.
Almost paradise. Was knocking on heaven's door. What?
Yeah.
What if by land, eh?
Yeah. Things happen a little differently here. But eventually you reach a cave along the beach, and within the cave you find yet another large standing stone, a place of power.
We need to get the hell out of here right now. This place is crazy. It's insane.
What's the problem?
I don't like it. Their TV's really good.
What are you talking about? Every series is only 6 episodes long. We need to get the hell out of
it's
here.
reasonably well funded.
We're living in a world without the possibility of binge watching. You understand that, right?
But the universal health care.
Which, I mean, let's be honest, it never is. It's only usually one country.
One more thing to put on the list to fix.
Oh, don't worry. It's on there. Right next to Canada.
Oh. Have we checked on Canada here? That might be a whole problem.
Oh, Canada.
Nope.
I'm a native land.
Zap. Door.
And through yet another place of power, you pass through a gate again and find yourselves in a much more unpleasant landscape. There are lava rivers, a sky of red that fades into black, flocks of flying, screeching, demon-like creatures, and tormented souls screaming, pleading, and begging for mercy in the hundreds and thousands.
Home sweet home.
Hashtag clarity. Thank you all for the best of times, laughing so hard I can barely see. Tears of laughter. It's definitely the best sort of way to go.
Thank you. Thank you, Chad. And thank you, Merc.
Thank you, Merc.
Now, you're in a landscape of lava and fire and screaming, pleading, begging souls being whipped and tortured and flying demonic-looking creatures.
Home sweet home.
And sitting on a nearby blood-red rock, Wyatt Maxwell, you make out the form of a very dark-eyed Wyatt Earp smiling at you.
Oh my God,
well, now,
where is Huckleberry?
more of you. And 3 I recognize this time. Long way from home.
Hello, Wyatt.
It's something different. You're missing something. Oh, yes, that's right. I don't see Billy the Kid or John Wesley or Doc Holliday. You're here yourselves this time.
We are
That
indeed.
seems to be the case.
Wait, which one of y'all got to be Doc Holliday? That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's-
the consumption and devil soul.
Who's that then? This guy, this cowboy on the rock? Do we know him?
I've got
That's
a lot of names.
Slider.
I've got
All
a
right.
lot of names.
Look here, mustache. Which way did he go?
Oh, I suppose I could point that out to you. Really, I've got a fella here that would just love to say hello to the three of you.
Who
And then
indeed
padding
is that?
silently from behind the rock is an immense werewolf in a torn and battered blue coat with golden braids.
Oh no.
Custer.
Hey, buddy.
And hey, guys, we've got a stacked store, so
Woo!
that means you get one of your boosted ability uses for absolutely free. That's right. And everybody has their own individual free meta surge they can use at any time without going into the store. So you've got all kinds of stuff going for you. Chat has really stacked it up for you. And before we find out what happens next, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with more Masters of the Metaverse.
Thank y'all.
Woo!
Thank y'all.
See you in a minute.
Yeah, I heard you're actively using the 13 plus Legos now. That's excellent, man.
In case anyone's watching these out of order, Connor shaved. Woohoo! Chill, everybody!
It's cool with me. If you guys want to just waltz into this nest and destroy an ancient guardian spirit who's only interested in protecting the innocent, sweet little woodland creatures that you might see running from the flames in the beginning of Bambi.
Well, God, I'm just a warrior. I just want to smash it. I pull out the handle of that knife that Tara gave me, that I've been carrying around with me since we were on that planet. And I say, it may not look like much, but it is imbued with my deepest hopes and dreams and is very precious.
When you look up and you see Sam dangling above one of the caves by one leg, holding on his wizard's head, his face is entirely feverishly red from blood flowing into his brain, with his other hand holding up his wizard robes to keep his nether regions covered.
Why are you hiding this?
Fine! Do you like it? I have vampire teeth now.
Are we even sure she's a vampire, actually?
I'm gonna hypnotize him. I want you to talk about how much you love Puck.
Matt Vansel.
Does it make me magical?
Red card.
Oh no. No.
So you're out 5 minutes because you said by 5 p.m. Wait, actors are like chili. By 5 p.m. they're shit.
Fair enough. It's a fair cup.
You in.
The following is a paid advertisement.
You all had the stew?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I need everybody to make an easy constitution check.
Are you kidding?
You all rolled ones. That's okay. It's just stew. They serve it at the inn all day long. No big deal.
Should be fine. Okay. What? What?
Your entire party dies of dysentery.
Gosh, we have builds that should let us survive that, but our dice betray us. I wish there were a way to show these dice what we really thought of them.
Has this ever happened to you? Your dice just hate you. You've tried everything to get them to roll well.
That's right. You can do this. Just let me know what you need. Massage, bubble bath. You could go on a date after this. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese.
Seducing.
Hey, Come on, baby, don't be like that. We're together. And the mood is right.
Reasoning.
You are a 20-sided die. The odds of rolling a 1 are 1 in 20. Now, the odds of rolling 5 ones in a row are 1 in 3.2 million. Why? Why are you sucking? Stop sucking, please.
Threatening.
Oh, really? You think I won't do it? I've done it before. I've done it before, and I'll do it to you.
And even dark offerings.
To the gods of blood, I offer you this sacrifice.
Then you need Die.Club, the ultimate in dice retribution services. Here's how it works, and some testimonials.
So the best thing about Die.Club is that they fit the punishment to the crime. For example, my rogue walking down a dungeon corridor. I roll a spot check. I roll a 1. I fail to see the gelatinous cube. I walk into it, get dissolved completely. Oh! Damn you, Die!
All I had to do was jump out of a tree. I had max ranks and tumble. I rolled a 1.
For a long time, I was just angry at the dice. I wanted to punish them, myself. But it's too hard. It hurt my hand. It hurt the tools I was trying to use. I even ate one of the die one time.
I had so many ranks in balance. So many ranks in balance. A suspension bridge over a pit of lava. I fail the roll, obviously a 1.
So, I send my die off to Die.Club. Now my die is sitting in a jello mold in someone's refrigerator in North Carolina. Thanks, Die.Club.
Take the offending die. Place it and seal it in the provided envelope. Mail it off to Die.Club.
I put my die in an envelope and sent it off to Die.Club, and a week later I got its mangled corpse after being put through a wood chipper. Now I have time for my real friends. My Sailor Moon body pillow and I have gotten very close.
It wasn't just the feeling of satisfaction I got knowing that my die had been utterly destroyed. I got back together with my girlfriend. I got the idea to get that bike tire repair kit, and I haven't had a herpes outbreak in 5 months. Who knew how good my life could be thanks to Die.Club?
Thanks to Die.Club, I don't have to put myself in danger to put my dice in danger.
Everyone likes Die.Club.
Thanks, Die.Club. You gave me the vengeance I was looking for. I recommend it for everyone. Die.Club worked for me.
And me.
And me.
And me.
Go to Die.Club today. That's Die.Club. Hurry and visit Die.Club. There's nothing like the amazing new Die.Club. In case you missed it, that's Die.Club. Die.Club. It's a club where die. Act now and you'll be able to visit Die.Club. Nothing beats the original Die.Club, the same reliable Die.Club your ancestors used. You too can visit Die.Club and experience the magic that is Die.Club. Die.Club. It's your home for dice-related justice. Knock knock. Who's there? It's Die.Club. Don't forget about Die.Club. That name again is Die.Club, spelled Die.Club, and available only at Die.Club.
I'm probably going to be wearing a colostomy bag the rest of my life.
And we are back, everyone, with more Masters of the Metaverse. Where we left off, well, our heroes were in hell, being confronted by the dead Custer, who they once faced long ago during the Project Metaverse arc, in his full werewolf form glory, or lack thereof, depending upon your point of view. And there he is, looming before you with a throng of drooling, slavering, barking werewolves behind him as well.
Guys, these look like werewolves.
How? There's no moon.
Oh, man.
With all the fixins.
Mmm.
I didn't bring any silver.
What's our beep boop saying? Is it through the wolves?
Yeah, looks like it.
Over the lava and through the wolves. Okay. To follow the beep beep now.
Well, we don't end up going into the wolves.
And out of the wolves.
And oh! All right, let's make this Custer's last sit.
And home
stay.
before Rocket.
Home. Oh no!
So is this General Custer?
Well, it's not specific Custer.
I think I'm missing something.
God damn it.
Let's fight these guys, I guess.
How about some initiative, guys?
Oh.
Okay.
Initiative still 12s?
Yes, sir. A pair of them.
Pair of them.
2 pair of 12s and a... Oh. Yeah, okay. 24.
Wow.
17.
Somebody's on.
It's got to be the highest initiative I've ever rolled.
Did you say 27, Crash?
I did.
Okay.
Oh.
And Brony?
17.
17. Wyatt?
22.
Wow, we are going fast tonight. So we're going to start, of course, with Crash Jackson with a 27. Hard to beat that. There is the immense form of what you are being told is Custer, but as a werewolf, you're not really familiar with werewolf Custer, but you do believe you heard stories about it from Andy James and Wyatt Maxwell before in one of their early adventures back when they still had Tom with them.
Nice.
And the unfathomable cruelty of which we were capable.
Yes. Back when they were chasing after you, actually.
Well, I'm going to jump on that big one.
I bet you will.
And I'm going to hold his giant slathering jaws shut. And I'm going to spend my round muzzling that bastard.
All right. I will take an athletics roll from you, sir.
Werewolves are scary as hell, and I don't want to fight one. So I'm going to let you guys do it while I hold his mouth shut.
Yes, of course. As Hellcat points out in chat, don't forget to fight him with the razor blade that you keep hidden in your cheek.
Oh.
Yes, cheeky.
I beat it by 8.
Beat it by 8. Oh, man. You leap upon the immense werewolf form of Custer and clamp your hands around the jaws, pushing them together and holding them in place as best you can. All right, that's going to go to Andy James next. Crash Jackson is holding Custer's jaws closed.
Out of curiosity, what is the effect of Demon Blade on Lycanthrope?
You're not really sure.
Well, we're about to find out. I'm going to shout. Custer already knows this move. Custer's experienced this move before, but fuck it if I'm not going out in a blaze of glory. So I'm going to use my parkour master to bounce off the wall. There's a wall, right? Or a rock.
There's rock
a large
formations
rock.
everywhere. That'll
Sure.
work.
I'm going to parkour off of a rock formation, do a little flip in the air, and land on his back, Demon Blade brandished.
So we're both on his back. I love
Oh,
this.
you're on his back?
Well, I'm kind of
I thought
on
you
his
were on his
I'm
front.
kind of on his head. You know?
Oh, you're on his head.
Hey, he's
Never
holding the
mind.
mouth still.
I'm going straight for the mouth then. I'm going straight for the throat. So yeah, keep all of that, but instead of landing on the back, I'm going to land blade first in his throat.
All right. I will take an athletics test followed by a fighting test, please, Andy James.
Absolutely. Where's my other 8? There it is. Scrote to throat. Yeah, I mean, the last time I peeled a wolf, that's the way we did it. Oh, yeah, we're going to beat that by 8. Oh, but I can use a meta surge. I'm going to make that a critical success.
Was that on the
and then I
athletics
use
or the fighting?
You know what? Let me check fighting before I make any critical decisions.
Okay.
What is that? Okay. I'm actually going to put it on the fighting. So the athletics was I beat by 8.
Okay.
The fighting with the meta surge, I am going to beat by what I can do math. 7.
Beat it by 7, absolutely. And you leap through the air, reaching the incredible 15-foot height to reach the throat of the giant werewolf form of Custer and stab the demon blade in and begin cutting deeply down the body, stopping as you hit the sternum bones of the chest. And there is steam, and the horrible howling sound is strangled and sounds off now that the voice box and vocal cords have taken a tremendous amount of damage from the demon knife. But Custer is still standing. That was not his last stand. Wyatt, you're next.
I would like to use a moment of clarity, and I am going to try and magic up all of us sets of silver brass knuckles.
Nice.
So as not to interfere with anything else that people may be grappling, etc.
Fair enough. Go ahead and use that clarity with the 2 eight-sided dice and go against your sorcery skill, my friend.
And I will beat that by 5.
Beat that by 5. That is enough to put a pair of silvered brass knuckles on the hands of all of your allies, including yourself. Well done, Wyatt Maxwell.
And then I would just like to close the distance a little, but in no particular rush. Custer, you met us at a very, very young age for all of us. This is not a fight you can win.
I think that may be the first time that Wyatt Maxwell has actually talked trash.
Well.
Brony, that puts you next.
I'm going to go ahead and meditate.
Okay. Brony calmly meditates in the chaos of the fight. I like that very, very much. I'm going to mark that down for you over here, Brony. The hordes of werewolves come running around Custer's body, many of them leaping and snapping through the air to try and bury Wyatt and Brony amid the pile of them. And one after another, werewolves leap in, snapping jaws. And Brony, you just kind of slightly move, a little bit sidestep out of the way, and only once or twice do you even put a hand up to push any of them out of the way as they get closer. But not one of them is able to clamp their mighty jaws around you and harm you. For yourself, Wyatt, no less than 3 get through and clamp their jaws on your body in various locations, your legs and arms being bit by the powerful creatures. Each of those hits is going to be 20 damage, Wyatt, for a total of 60 damage.
Well,
oh no.
I'm not really going to feel all that much of that because I don't believe that any one of those is going to get through my armor.
Doesn't seem like it.
And
just biting onto skin.
And is that all? Was it just 3 that attacked me or 3 that hit me?
3 that hit you. There are a half dozen that have circled you and are trying to maul you, much like in the case of Brony Robbins.
Okay, well, those 3 that missed me, I have an additional +1 on now to dodge for any subsequent attacks on me.
Gotcha. I'll record that.
Damn.
And that's going to put us back to Crash Jackson at a 27, still holding the jaws of Custer Ship.
It looks like Andy James has this fellow well in hands.
Gonna skin him and wear him.
So I'm going to let go of his jows, drop back down to the ground, and I'm going to whisper to my little friend, who suddenly is feeling like he wants to greet everyone. So I'm going to tell all of the other werewolves that they should say hello to my little friend. And then I'm going to whip out my Gatling gun and lay silver bullets down on all these MFers.
Are you using another hacksaw?
No, what I am using is a fully automatic Gatling gun with silver bullets that I am summoning through my bond with Warboy.
Aha!
Yeah, you are.
And my bond with Gatling.
You're teaming it up there. It is a Gatling weapon. I see what you're doing there. Go ahead and give me a shooting test. We're going to see how many of these things you can hit.
Oh no, shooting, my only weakness. That's not real. That is but a pretend weakness. I beat it by 10.
Beat it by 10? That is quite impressive. And no less then 10 of these werewolves are gunned down. And while there are quite a few of them, it does a tremendous amount of damage. And not only are 10 shot down by this Gatling gun flinging silver ammunition out of it, but at least another 10 more scatter and flee towards rocks and other chasms and canyonways that they can escape to, not wishing to be shot by the silver ammunition of the Gatling gun. Andy James, 24 is you.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, I'm going to use my super strength. I assume by this point I've gone from throat to scrot.
You're still kind of stopped at the sternum bone, and he's struggling with you, but not able to do a whole lot. Because Crash kind of had his jaws clamped shut in the previous round.
Sure. So this is what I want to do. You tell me if there's enough space for cut open at this point that I can make that happen. I want to shake him out of his skin.
I like
Explain to me what you mean by that.
Well, he's got a big hole right in the middle of him, right?
Yeah, he's got a big
down
hole
there.
right in the middle of him. I'm thinking grab the opening and just shake and see if I can't turn him inside out like a sock.
That is rather horrifying. You want to give me an athletics test to try to
I
shake him
hope
out
it
like a
works,
sock?
and then the skeleton of him runs around and howls at the moon and stuff. That'd be fucking rad.
Yeah,
is pretty
I
terrifying.
don't do werewolves. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of empathy in my heart for them. All right. Oh. Yeah, okay. Okay, sorry. I misread my dice. I'm only beating it by 6. But you know what? What time is it? Okay. I'm gonna use a meta surge to beat it by 8. Does that make a difference, James?
No, you want to beat it by 10 if you want that to happen.
Okay. All right.
So we use 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2.
Use 2. All right, 2 meta surges are used, and that makes it a critical success. And you shake, pull, and twist, and are now holding an extremely oversized wolf hide. And there is still the bloody, muscly, and skeletal form of Custer, still standing, but now furless.
Got me a wolfskin coat.
Yeah,
Please don't wear that.
it's pretty fresh.
Please don't wear it.
Well, we were covered in pink mist 10 minutes ago by you, so.
Yeah, you're already covered in some gore. And that takes us to Wyatt at a 22 next.
Oh no! There are too many werewolves swarming me in my frail pink skin! Oh god, it's so delicious! And there's nothing I can do to get away from you all! Oh, what a terrible position I find myself in.
Except he's the god of bluffing.
And for the upcoming round, I want to go out of my way to make sure that any of them that attack me get the hit.
So you are foregoing all defenses.
He's going full chew toy.
Yes.
Full on chew toy.
He just starts making squeaky noises. They go crazy.
That is terrifying. Brownie Robbins at the 17. You are next, sir.
All right. I leap into the air toward Custer. My fist at the ready, and I punch as hard as I can at the sword in his chest, which is an object.
It is an object.
I get double damage on objects. So, yeah, basically, I'm gonna punch as hard as I can, and
hope the planet doesn't explode because you're Brony Robbins.
Which check do you want on that? Fighting?
That's going to be fighting, Brony.
Okay. Well, I beat it by 3, but let's say... Nope, I beat it by 11 because I'm going to go ahead with my +8.
All right, so that makes it a critical, which doubles it. It's an object, which doubles it, and I believe you meditated for a round to
Doubles it.
double it again. So you want to do that math for that strike for us and tell me what that
120.
120. And with a punch, you propel the lodged demon knife through. And in fact, it actually explodes into shards, which then who knows where they go after they blew up. You're not really sure what happens with Andy James's demon knife. It just is a thing she does, shredding the entire torso of Custer and flinging the head backwards through the air to land unceremoniously, bodiless, on a nearby rock. Gore everywhere. In fact, more gore here from your punch than from the exploding people that Crash Jackson did and that metaverse a few places back. It is really graphic. One blown up Custer.
It's custard.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's custard. And that's going to put it to the werewolves trying to chew you into little pieces. Because you're making the squeaky toy noises, the ones that were just around Brony are in fact going to be attacking you, especially because he leaped through the air away from him. So you're going to be entirely surrounded and buried in mauling werewolves, Wyatt.
And prison rules.
Oh, he's using his buff. So, yeah, well, they're going to hit. In fact, all 12 are in fact going to hit, but because you used prison rules, you get to inflict a critical hit on each one of them in turn, who just in fact hit you. So while none of these 12 hits that only do 20 damage break through your armor, your critical hits, on the other hand, go much higher than their armor and exceed them by a great amount. So there are broken werewolf spines, skulls, and rib cages in a flurry of Wyatt Maxwell prison rules punches.
Oh, puppy puddle.
Yeah, it is a puppy puddle, but not of the good kind. And those that survive limp and howl and run away as swiftly as they can.
Go on now.
Okay, is it the end of the round?
Yes, it is the end of the round.
I want to punch Wyatt Earp in his face.
Okay, you absolutely can.
It wasn't very nice, and he's still there, and clearly an enemy at this point.
Still just sitting on the rock. Go ahead and give me a fighting test.
Okay. Oh my. Okay, so that's I beat it by 8.
It is a pretty sturdy punch. You also have a free meta surge that you can use at any time that's not in the store that you got because of the.
You know what? I will use that right now to beat it by 10 because that's way cooler than just beating it by 8.
You hit him, and you hit him solidly. You don't feel anything break, but he flips over 3 or 4 times backwards, and as he's spinning through the air, he changes shape for a minute into a being with horns and a funny-looking tail with like a triangle point on the end of it and a pointed black goatee, and then shifts back into being Wyatt Earp as he hits the ground and rolls through the dust.
Oh, shit.
And then I say, so, do you want me to dance with you in the pale moonlight, or are you just going to stand there and bleed? I had to mix because he was both of them.
I'll offer you the same thing I offered the other fella. Anything you desire in exchange for, well, just your soul. It's a square deal, I'd say.
Oh!
Anything you want.
You go. You get out of here.
You
turn around, drill that old devil in the ass.
I turn crawfish.
I'm not surprised. I almost got the other fella. That's all right, though.
I bet you did. He is desperate. We are not. He's that way, guys. Say goodbye to Satan.
Bye, Satan.
Goodbye.
And away you go, making your way through the depths of hell itself until you reach a glossy black obelisk, which is yet another place of power and another gate to another metaverse.
Well, this one is hell, so this next one will be better.
I don't know. Have you been to Detroit?
And into the place of power you step, and into another metaverse. This one, you seem to be on some kind of immense asteroid or other formation, somehow with its own atmosphere, moving swiftly through space, passing planets, moons, and stars. Looming ahead of you, seemingly on a collision course with this asteroid, is a massive, deep blue sphere of water. Yeah, it's a giant sphere of water, and you're headed right towards it.
Oh,
We should make
crap.
this asteroid go a different way.
Crap. It's a flood.
What if you it's supposed to hit it though?
Are we
It's
not
a
supposed
flood?
What if, yeah, I mean, like, what if there are a bunch of mammals down there that are hiding in caves that need all of the giant reptiles to be removed before they can evolve? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what to do. I'm going to try and turn.
Give me a power usage roll.
Ooh, 8. So, by 8.
You put everything you have into trying to maneuver this giant asteroid, meteor, whatever it is, from not hitting this planet-sized or perhaps moon-sized, floating through space flood. And at the last moment, you're able to turn just enough that you don't impact it straight on, but in fact, scrape the side of it, and everyone gets splashed in a thorough dousing of cool water. It's actually rather nice, washes away some of the grime and the blood. It's pleasant for just a minute, if not for being, thoroughly soaked to the skin. And yes, that's no moon. That's a hack attack still floating in space.
So now we're just chilling on this asteroid?
Yeah, that the device seems to indicate further ahead on this asteroid. I guess whatever you're looking for is on it, because when you turned, it turned too.
Oh, so it's on the asteroid. Let's not split up.
Agreed.
Follow the boop boop.
And forward you go. It's a little muddy here now in this generated atmosphere, but not too bad. And much better than if you had actually collided with the moon-sized flying through space flood and, had to swim for it. And you reached yet another stone ring. Clearly another gate or place of power.
Unbelievable.
How could this guy know where all of these are?
He's got a boop boop.
He's got a boop boop too?
His boop boop's different things.
And you find yourself in yet another metaverse. You're in a cemetery. There are gravestones all around, and in fact, a pair of graves right in front of you, which have the names
Thomas
Maxine,
and Martha Wayne.
And I would say Maxine, Max Malone, and Leopold Lou Stinsler on the graves. Old dried up flowers rest on them. And nearby, there's a rather strange dressed man working on a painting. He smiles at you and gives you a knowing wink before returning to his painting.
Looking good, Sergio.
You should steal his brush. We shouldn't steal his brush.
He went that way.
That's which way we're going. How weird.
And in fact, the device indicates the exact direction pointed out by Sergio the Surrealist.
Well,
great cameo, dude! Okay. And we run off.
It's the
You
only
stop
cam.
for an extra moment, Wyatt, and look down at the grave of Leopold Lou Stensler and Maxine Max Malone. And remember something. And then back off after your friends again.
If I could take the time just to replenish the flowers there, freshen them up.
Oh yeah, give me a sorcery roll, would you?
I mean, as a necromancer, can't you just...
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm doing, is essentially I'm removing the decay from it rather than generating new flowers.
Don't do it too hard. You're above grade.
Yeah, if you miss, you're
Awesome.
regenerating something a little bit bigger than flowers.
Live!
Anything we
There's
want.
not going to be any Avatar Cemetery crossover here, no worries. I beat it by 2.
All right, you definitely refresh those flowers and they look perfect and healthy and freshly picked again. And you follow the strange device as it indicates towards a mausoleum on the cemetery grounds. At entering the mausoleum. What's that?
Sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say, please tell me that Sergio is just like, damn it, I just finished painting those flowers.
You missed that part, but yes. He is slightly frustrated and is having to start his painting over again, this time with fresh cut flowers instead of decayed, dried flowers. But Sergio doesn't mind. He just likes to paint. And you enter this mausoleum and pass some of the graves and find one of them towards the back has been moved aside and a passageway leading underground revealed there. Somebody came through here in a hurry. Following the underground passageway leads into an ancient-looking cavern where a rough-hewn rock made of some strange material awaits you. Another place of power.
Oh, for God's sake. Is the place of power the thing booping?
Yep, you're beginning to get a very bad feeling about this crash.
This is like being in a French fucking farce.
There are very few reasons that somebody would jump so many metaverses on a trip, Crash, and you can only think of one.
What would that be?
Getting back to Prime at a different time.
Oh, no.
Time.
Hoping that this next boop would be the boop that takes us.
Yes. Oh, boy.
All right, we got to move.
Have we noticed patterns between the source of power and where we end up, by the way? Because we did an obsidian thing, we ended up in a graveyard. I don't know. Let's just go through it.
All right, you step into the place of power and into another metaverse. The chaos of a battle is raging around you. There are quite literally dozens of bombshells fighting costumed heroes. The nearest heroes to you are Tiger Queen and Warboy, battling it out with bombshells. Warboy is shouting out, "We've got to buy Butch more time! Keep fighting!" But it seems for every bombshell that they destroy, 2 more take its place. And at that, a half dozen bombshells form up from the ground in front of you.
Well,
hey! Dearest wasp woman, what is going on?
You will join Bombshell.
Oh, no.
You will become part of Bombshell.
She's gone
God
bored.
damn it.
Will become part of Bombshell.
Fuck. Cover your ears. Don't let the wasps in.
Did anybody else come through here and become part of Bombshell recently?
How about you just give me some initiative?
Oh, no! Ugh. Oh, y'all, I don't think I've ever rolled so low.
No, my initiative's been sucking. 12.
12.
12.
Mine's 26.
26.
18.
18. And what was that, Wyatt?
Oh.
Hashtag meta surge because every metaverse only connects to Prime at one point in space and time when you travel from them. Time travel the hard way when you can't steal the machine from Beacon and friends.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Merc. And we've got a plethora of meta surges in the store now, guys. There are 11 of them in there to use, so don't hesitate to get down and use them. And there's still 4 moments of clarity. There is a Haxor, 2 mimics, 2 aggros, and 1 prison rules. In addition, we still have a team up and a rule of cool. And you know what we're gonna do right now with all these bombshells? A rule of cool.
Be a rule of cool.
Sweet.
That's right, and that means that we are going to start with you, Miss Andy James. How do you, in a physics be damned coolest thing you can think of moment, deal with, well, you could just start with the 6 bombshells in front of you, but there seem to be bombshells everywhere, fighting it out with costumed heroes, so don't limit yourself. And we're also at boosted, so in addition to your ability to use something from any previous avatar or whatever your listed boosted ability happens to be, you can now use it twice. That's right, twice.
Twice for a rule of cool, huh?
No, not twice for the rule of cool, twice for your boosted ability, that waffle ability down at the bottom of your character sheet.
Yeah,
you can use that twice now. Whether you want to use them both, or you want to use one now and one later, or you want to hold out and not use one now. Either way, you have 2 of them to use for the rest of this show. So, it's time to break bad. What would you do in your rule of cool, Andy James?
Okay, motherfuckers, you know what we're doing? We're bringing back fucking Angel. We're bringing back Angel because Angel believes that Team Crumpet solves everything. And you know what? It's fucking child magic. So she gets what she wants. I'm inviting Bombshell to a tea party, and you know what that means? That means thousands of bombshells wearing little frilly caps, wearing little frilly aprons, drinking tea, eating crumpets, and being friends, god damn it. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you, Andy James. A very aggressive tea party by the sound of it. Wow, that scared me. That means I'm going to hear from Brony Robbins next, and his physics be damned to do anything in the whole flippin' world. What would Brony Robbins do in this moment for his rule of cool?
I think what Brony Robbins would do at this moment is, I remember a lot, and I remember, man, I used to make people so mad. I used to make people so mad that they would attack me. They would just attack the hell out of me. So I want to make Bombshell mad, like real mad, like so mad, like so mad that she's basically just utterly surrounds me in a way that I can kind of get her all in one physical space. And then, Crash, I need you to hit me as hard as you can. And I mean as hard as you can. When I'm all full of Bombshell, I need you to just hit me with all of your power, because I'm going to go ahead and negate all that damage after it's done. But I don't think she's going to be able to. So I'm gonna try to pull all of the bombshells together, and I just need you to just really show me what you got.
Are you proposing a team up, Brony Robbins?
It might be.
I have 2 actions. I support that team up.
Okay. 1 team up proposed. That's pretty hardcore right there. I can't lie. That's pretty hardcore. Wyatt, what about you? Physics be damned. Anything you want. Rule of cool moment.
Funny thing, not a lot of people know this, but I actually invented hive mind and hive mind communication. I personally found it cumbersome, but I didn't want to work the bugs out. So what I would like to do is float back into all of my knowledge of that through Amun-Ra and use the light of Ra to try and disrupt and, in fact, burn out the various communication centers of all of the drone bombshells after I have identified the actual bombshell.
Damn.
Wow. And well, Crash, that comes to you. I know you were going to use one action to support Brony Robbins with the team up.
I'm saving one of my actions for a big ass punch. But for my other action, I'd like to talk to you all today about a problem.
Oh no.
Sometimes I lose my keys. Sometimes they fall right out of my pocket onto the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then what am I supposed to do? I have to bend all the way over and pick those keys up, and it's bad for my back. It's bad for my lower back. It's bad for my upper back. It's bad for my tailbone. Well, no more. Because now, with Professor Gatling's new key picker upper thingy, those problems are a thing of the past. Now, what the key picker upper thingy does is it works just like your average, everyday, normal household wrecking ball, except the ball is a large magnet. Now, this will pick up any keys in the vicinity when you swing it. It will also disrupt any electronics and suck some of those nasty wasps up. Also, with any luck, it will also find my keys.
Amazing. Oh, fucking amazing.
Oh, you heard it,
There
folks.
had to be a better way.
And now there is.
Because I'm pretty sure I put his
now.
my
Now, if you vote now and you vote for Professor Gatling's key picker upper thingy, I will throw in a second key picker upper thingy at no extra charge. All you do is pay for shipping and handling. Act now.
All right, Chad, it is up to you. That was
They're the
that's
longest
precious.
titles of all time, and I love it.
Buzz.
Oh man. Let's see how they vote, guys. I would say that I'm going to miss the rules of cool, but I'm pretty sure rule of cool is going to carry over to the reliable.
I think that we have to keep it.
You have to keep rule of cool.
Rule of cool is just too much fun.
It is quite a bit of fun. I love hearing everyone's crazy zany ideas. And
I
I'm
just
also
want to see Bombshell in a frilly cap. That's what I want.
I'm also very fond of when like Chris Odie games the system to make it so that he can succeed even when he's going to fail.
Even when he fails the rule of cool, yeah.
Which is also I'm a huge fan of doing myself when I'm involved in a rule of cool.
Wait, how do you do that? How do you do that?
You plan it so it sets up with whatever buffs or special abilities you have available, and plan your rule of cool around them so that you can make your chances of success incredibly higher.
Damn it! I should have used Mimic and used that hack source so that I could get all of them.
It's not over yet. When we get to
Yeah, you know, technically, if I win this, then Brony's action should work really well as well.
Yeah.
Yep. It could go any way. There, the audience is voting now.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Are we there yet, Dad?
Shut up, or I'll turn the car around.
Don't make me turn this metaverse around.
We should be getting the close. Oh, here we are. All right, our winner is Crash. Help Bombshell has fallen, and now she's stuck. Oh man, it was a close one. 6 votes for that, 4 for Brony, 4 for Andy James, and 2 for Wyatt. Man, so that means we're gonna have to start with the individuals that didn't get the votes. You're still going to have to try for what you planned on, but you're going to have to try at a -4. Or in the case of those who know a way around it, they're going to try a way around it. So, Andy James, how about you? To try and get all of these bombshells to come down and join you for a tea party. What skill exactly do you use for that?
I presume
A naked picture
power
of Titan.
use. Naked picture of Titan. Changed it. That's absolutely what it is. No. Presumably.
It's not that kind of tea party.
You haven't been to one of my tea parties, have you?
Yes, that's how I know when you make us say, "Oh, what a lovely tea party."
Okay. So I'm guessing power use. Add to that, I'm going to use a moment of clarity, so I'm rolling on 8s.
All right.
On top of that, I am also going to activate a mimic so that I can hacksaw every bombshell. As I do this, it's happening. I'm making this happen. I want frilly caps on bombshell.
Bombshell was programmed to look amazing in anything frilly.
It's
this is a fact.
So obvious. So obvious. That's what bombshell was always for. All right. Well, we have a 5 and we have a 6. So that is decent. That's going to be an 11 on 16, so it's going to succeed by 5.
Which at a -5 means that you're going to succeed dead on.
I'm going to succeed dead on.
So you've convinced them, oh, what a lovely tea party.
Oh, what a lovely tea party. They're going to sit down.
And then using your use of Mimic to hacksaw all of them, you didn't just convince one, you convinced all of the bombshells to come and join you for one of the biggest, most frilly dressed, frilly hat, doilies included with the cups and saucers tea party.
And they're all going to be so friendly. Every one of them's going to ask about the weather and each other's health.
Oh, bless their hearts.
Oh, yes. Bless their hearts indeed. But, I'm going to go and I'm going to find out what happens with Brony and his having to attempt to do this at a -5. But I think he might be finding a way to game the system himself, if I know Andy Dobrowski at all.
Well, obviously, I'm going to use aggro. One of the Brony. Use a moment of clarity to drop myself.
You also declared a team up.
I did declare a team up.
So what skill are you using to attract them all to you?
Obviously, video game knowledge. They're programs. That's all video games are, right? Programs. So I got to roll. So that's an 18. So.
Yep. You're going to roll 2d8 against that using a moment of clarity.
Yep,
nice use of the aggro. 1 buff from Brony used.
Yep. Now I just got to find where to click for these dice. Okay. So I beat it by 5.
Which makes it dead on with the -5 for the little cool penalty.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and also... well, no. Throwing 4 on that's not going to change anything, is it?
Throwing 4 wouldn't. You'd need to throw 10 on there to change something.
All right. Well, we'll just beat it then, straight up.
All right. But yours requires a punch from Crash Jackson, which...
I succeed automatically, critically, 100 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna mark that down as we are working this out, because I want to see how this all works together
Regular
in some disturbing fashion. Wyatt, yourself, what exactly are you using to scramble every single one of those drones? It's the Nano Wasp Horde that is Bombshell.
Well, covert ops was what I was hoping to do on both parts of this in terms of figuring out the OTB, the One True Bombshell, first, and then disrupting afterwards. But I could also be convinced that that would be a knowledge check.
Yeah, I think knowledge for the second part, but covert ops works for the first part.
Cool. So on the covert ops with the -5, I beat that by 2.
And the knowledge?
And knowledge. Knowledge I missed by 2, but I will go ahead and burn a meta surge.
Okay.
To make that.
All right, 1 meta surge used, and that is success. So we have every single person on this rule of cool has succeeded. So how this works is in quite the chaotic moment. For a brief moment, all of the bombshells have gathered to enjoy a tea party for the briefest moment. Then, in the midst of this tea party, Boney Robbins begins going on the most intense anti-bombshell tirade that you have ever heard, using every bad name you have ever heard being said about anyone, so that they swarm all towards him. And in a brief moment, he is so completely surrounded as Crash lands a devastating punch. While this is happening, they are scrambled, and so many of these drones' frequencies are lost so that they scatter in thousands of different directions, making not a single one complete bombshell among them. This puts them out into this huge scattered web of just millions and millions of floating nanowasps.
And that's when the 2 wrecking balls show up with magnets attached to them, swinging around. Just like this.
Collecting and collecting and collecting. And as they finally smash to a stop, there is not a single remaining nanowasp of bombshell left on the battlefield. And the costumed heroes around you that have been battling them are absolutely astounded. Though for a brief moment, Tiger Queen eyes you, Andy James, giving you that, do I know you kind of look? And Warboy, full on Crash, gives you an actual head nod.
Nice.
Okay, but I'm gonna
bump
make
him.
meaningful eye contact with Tiger Queen and be like, release the lion within.
Already have.
Watch out for Carol Baskin.
I ate
that
that
bitch, Carol Baskins.
And that seems to be it for this chaos. There's no fighting going on anymore.
Man, Butch is gonna feel so put out.
No way.
Somebody else saved the day.
He won't mind that it's us.
That's true.
And your little device is still giving a direction.
Follow the boop boop.
Yeah,
Is it-
seemingly very close and off to your right. As you
Sometimes
pass
say hello to
by,
Abby and Butch.
as you pass by, Tiger Queen gives you a high five, Andy James.
Meow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice mullet, by the way, Tiger Queen.
It is an impressive mullet, isn't it? And you continue. You continue to follow the trail. Here in 768, the once twisted version of Sentinel City that you, in fact, with your allies, including Crash Jackson, helped make right once a very brief time ago. And soon you reach a worn statue carved of natural rock, what was once some kind of human or humanoid type figure, but now even the faintest details have been lost to time. And it is very clearly another place of power. Much nearer than the last one are. They seem to be getting closer and closer from the point where you start from. You pass through and are in the ruins of an amusement park all around you. It looks as though it was devastated by some kind of bomb. Only the remains of an old sign reading Toyland are visible.
No.
The entire place seems wrong, as though it doesn't belong here, wherever it is. Because for miles in different directions, there's nothing but ash. And then this ruins of Toyland is just sitting very haphazardly in it, as though it just fell out of the sky and landed here.
I'm gonna turn down the gain on my microphone just in case I scream.
In the distance, there's the smoldering remains of a massive spire made of some kind of metal, although it ends at a broken point, as though most of it was destroyed. For a moment, Andy James, you're confused, and then you recognized it. You were in that spire when you called fires down from satellites above and saved this world from an invasion by 742, but Toyland wasn't here when you were here last. But there it is. There it sits.
What the hell?
How's our tracker looking?
It seems to be pointing right into the ruins of this Toyland place.
Don't eat anything.
Okay.
I'm looking at you, Brony.
Why? Oh, is it because he's been in a monastery? He's had nothing but rice for 3 years?
No, it's because whatever he eats is going to turn into bugs in his stomach.
Yeah.
Is somebody taking a bath right now? Is that what's happening?
I have background noise. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
All right. Well, let's.
Can they wait?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
No. All right. Cavalier, barbarian, acrobat. Let's head into the heart of this carnival and see what we find.
Come on, Uni.
All right, you make your way into these ruins of Toyland, and they really do seem like they just fell out of the sky and landed here.
Yeah, we've been to Atlantic City. Let's go.
Yeah, just crashed into the ashes here, and most of the ruins are really badly messed up. I mean, most of it is not even recognizable. There's, what remains of the metal that was once part of a roller coaster course, but almost everything is just completely destroyed. And then you make it through the ruins of Toyland, passing by some remains of things that bring up old memories at different points where you're sure that they looked very different when you were here and the last time. But then something very, very devastating happened to Toyland, and now it's not that way anymore. And you reach the other side and find a Stonehenge-like site of standing stones in a broad circle. Clearly another place of power.
We know what this is, yeah.
Stepping into the circle, you travel into another metaverse, leaving the ruins of one metaverse and the ruins of one pocket of a metaverse behind. And you find yourself in some place very, very familiar. Southern California, a small island off the coast. Construction on several outbuildings is underway, but the complete main building before you is all too familiar. Project Metaverse.
Shit.
Striding towards the building is the unmistakable form of your quarry, Gabriel.
Brought us right back to the beginning, huh? The beginning for some. Sorry, Crash.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I know you all met here, and that's super important to you. Anybody check the time?
Knowledge
I don't have
check.
a lot.
Yes, absolutely.
Beat it by 3.
Hold up. I want to see if I can add to that.
Go right ahead.
14. Beat it by 18, so I only beat it by 4.
Between the two of you, you are fairly certain that you're here about 4 or 5 months before you get here.
Before this all begins?
Yeah, before you got involved in Project Metaverse at all. They're just finishing the construction of some of the outbuildings. The main
He's here to
building.
stop Tom. You're here to stop Tom?
He stops and mid-stride and looks over his shoulder. It seems to gauge the distance between the main building and where you are. The main
You literally
building.
you cannot outrun me. It's just not possible. So
I'm just here to make things better.
Right,
Why
right.
can't you see that?
Of course I can see that. You know that you're doing it wrong, right?
How could I possibly be doing it wrong?
Well, which time did it work?
It only didn't work because you stopped me.
Right, because as long as you keep going back in time, people are going to keep chasing you back there because you're not supposed to go back in time. You can't change it. You can't go back and change it.
But you can.
No, you really
Why I'm
can't.
here. Obviously, I can. If I get to do this, Andy James, Wyatt Maxwell, you could live normal lives if you just let me do this. Andy, you can have your life with your grandfather. Wyatt, you never have to watch your friend Maddox die.
Point of fact, she'll never meet her grandfather.
You don't know
Which
that.
is a good thing considering.
Without the metaverse, he dies on his very next mission involving it.
Hundreds of millions of lives won't be lost in an invasion from another metaverse.
Already happened. Can't stop it.
We can
And
make
how
it so
many
it
will be
didn't.
lost because Maddox wasn't there to make her actions. You're operating from a place of good intentions, but minimal information.
You'll never be betrayed by Tom. All you have to do is let me do this.
You can't.
Let
You
me
know-
save my family.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
So what's the Zenda connection?
If he never comes here, 742 never finds out where Prime is. They can't invade it.
And then your family doesn't die?
My family and 350 other million people that died during the invasion.
Yeah, okay.
They all live.
No, they don't, because it happened. Okay. They sent Zenda here because this was a garbage place to send him. That they were eventually going to take over anyway. All you do is move back the timetable. At best.
I don't believe you.
Why would I lie? When do I lie?
You destroy hundreds of millions of lives with your actions, with your do-gooder intentions.
We saved billions of lives. I'm sorry we didn't get your guy, and I'm sorry you think your guy is more important than every other guy, but he's not. He's just somebody that died, and that's very sad.
Andy James, do you believe that?
I do. There will always be terrible people.
Case in
And
point, the
whether
guy going
they
back
are-
in time.
Whether we try to stop one and miss another, there will always be terrible people. If you do this thing you're trying to do, you will stop a few good people fighting that. And many, many more will die.
But probably not your guys.
Maybe. At least as soon. You've seen what Arena is now. But you don't know what it was before Maddox.
What
And
does
you
it
don't
matter
know.
what it was before?
Says
These
the
other
guy going
places
back
don't
and
matter.
changing time.
These other places don't matter. Here is where it matters.
How can you say that?
Look, buddy, we are at the part of the movie where the bad guy inevitably cannot give up his dreams, whatever they are, and then he falls like a million stories and probably ends up impaled on something at the bottom. That's how this story goes every single time. You need
You know
to
what?
you need to get your head right, dude.
You know what, though? I'll tell you this. He has a bit of a point. Just a bit. You know, Crash, you showed us the hall. Looks lovely. And you've made a pretty compelling case that things like this need to be addressed. And we're asking him to give up his family for the greater good. And this is by orders of magnitude, the greater good.
Hashtag clarity. You know Gabriel's a class 5. If 00742 was hunting class 5s, then they probably got his family trying to get to him. So if you stretch it by his metric, he's the reason his family are dead.
Thank you, Mark.
Excellent point.
So all I'm saying is, I'm tired of talking this through. So instead, here's a little faith in action.
What do you mean?
Now I know this doesn't mean anything to you, but this watch means an awful lot to me. And I want to show you that I'm not asking you to do anything that we are not willing to do ourselves for the greater good. Make the right call, Gabriel. This doesn't have to go further bad.
Without my family, I have nothing.
That's not true.
You have their memories.
You've got the
You have
ability.
your life.
You have the ability to make their dreams come true now. You can do something that they could never do. And something that you couldn't do unless you'd lost them. Not really. I mean, when it comes right down to it, they're not dead because of Zenda. They're not dead because of 742. They're dead because we're metapilots. And people want to use that. Twist it. Make us into weapons or commodities in war. Now, if we weren't here just cleaning up your goddamn messes, we could have fixed that part already. But you've sucked up the best part of a few months of my life, and frankly, I'm a little upset about it. That doesn't mean we can't all make it right now. You have the
So what would
ability.
you have to do?
I'd have you sit down at the table with us and talk about how we're going to fix the world, not just go back and change the past. Everybody who tries that fails for a reason. It's a dumb idea. And if you don't believe me, I've got 4 guys that can control time that will absolutely tell you the same thing.
The equation always balances itself. Always. If you do this, the events that put this in motion won't happen. And the events that put this in motion not happening means you've never done this. It always evaluates to 0.
We all know what it means to lose people who were at the very core of ourselves. You know what I mean. You know what that connection is like. We can feel your pain and it is palpable. But doing this won't bring them back, not really. Not in a meaningful way. And you have the opportunity right now to join us and to make sure that that never happens to another family. But doing what you're doing right now, it really won't benefit anyone in the end.
Yeah. Also, fate has shit on Zenda plenty.
Yeah.
It's not like he
There's
needs your
also
help.
that.
He keeps getting punished for saving the world, and I'm not really sure what you're trying to accomplish other than hurting him and us.
Do you promise me, Andy James, that this will never happen again?
I give you my word that we will do everything in our power to make sure that no more harm is done. Will you give me your hand?
Yes. Let's go home.
Let's go home.
So is he in? Is that what we're getting? Or is he in?
I'll hear your plan, Crash Jackson.
Nope. You'll help with my plan.
I'm sorry, all of you, for what I put you through. I was just trying to save lives.
We
You
get
have
it.
a hell of a lot of energy for it, and that's the energy we need.
Okay.
There are so many things we all would have changed if we could.
My dad would be less of a jerk.
Come on, let's go do some good.
Okay. Let's go home. And with that, the 5 of you transport back first to Arena, and then through a gate back to Prime and home.
How long were we gone?
Seems like only a couple of days.
That's
not much has passed on, though the majority of the masters of the metaverse have returned back to base. They could not track down Gabriel, as he clearly was in the metaverse with you.
Did Rosie do the thing I needed?
She did.
All right. Okay, guys. Don't turn on the news. I may have had Rosie turn all of the world's nuclear weapons into cute little bunnies.
That's a lot of dead bunnies in giant silos. Dead bunnies in giant silos.
Oh, no. They're actually giant bunnies, most likely, if I know Rosie.
I have so
Did
many
you
questions
at least
about
have
the
her turn the
mechanics of-
silos into hay? Because bunnies need hay.
They're giant bunnies, but the houses look like they're toys.
I think it was a statement. So we're going to have to answer for that here pretty quick.
Yeah, I think we will.
So, my question is this. Who's doing the talking? Because I think we all know it shouldn't be me.
Wyatt's a wordy son of a bitch.
Seconded. All right. All in favor?
It's a compliment.
All right. Great. Wyatt, you're doing the talking.
Patrick comes out from his small office. Jackson, I got something you need to hear.
Okay.
We just got word from Justice. Your pappy, he's dead.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Crash.
Okay. Was there anything else?
No, I thought you'd take it harder. I thought he was a shite bastard, but
Okay. He is my dad, though.
Doing okay, buddy?
Oh, yeah. I'll process this eventually.
Hey, you want to go see if Korea really has giant bunnies?
Oh my God, yes, I do.
I'm
right,
gonna
quick
pet
stop
them
off to check
and
on the
snuggle
giant
them, and I'm gonna ride them.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for 8 incredible seasons of Masters of the Metaverse. I want to thank all of you so much and the audience for supporting so much of this show, for watching and investing so much time in this show, for being here with us for this crazy, crazy ride, and all these wonderful and fun little jokes we've done time and time again. I want to thank my cast for being part of the last episode today. Thank you, Andy, for toughing it out with us through the crazy internet connection issues. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Christian, for so much incredible stuff. Thank you guys. It's just like we've done some really great things back from when you signed in on Project Metaverse and all the wild and wacky and zany adventures we've been on together. Just thank you all so much. And if you guys have time, hop in next Monday when we're doing our farewell episode. I think there's some waffles. There's going to be the ability for people to ask questions about all kinds of secret stuff that we haven't revealed. And I think Christian has agreed to answer just about any secret questions, barring a couple of things.
As long as it doesn't pertain to the new show, yeah.
Yep, anything that doesn't pertain to the news show, he's willing to answer all kinds of crazy secret stuff. If there was something you really, really wanted to know, we're trying to raise a little bit of revenue for the new show, and so we're going to do that as part of it, and give everybody who's ever been a part of this thing a chance to pop in, talk about what they loved, talk about what they hated, all their favorite moments, and for you guys to talk to all of them. But I love all you guys so very much. So thank you all for joining me tonight, and I guess this is goodbye to Masters of the Metaverse.
Hey, good job, everyone. I had a good time.
Yes, a good time was had by all.
And a good time was had by all.
I like the way you game.
Thank you, guys. I hope to see a lot of you next week. Good night.
Nice.